Welcome to weekly Forex forecast from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis of all the hottest currency pairs, cryptocurrencies and indices that we will be looking to trade next week. Now the list is a bit longer as usual. Don't worry, I will put a time stamp in the description area. But I'll suggest you to watch all of them. As you have seen in my last week's weekly Forex forecast, most of the pair did exactly according to the analysis. Let me show you a clip from the gold analysis that I did in my last weekly Forex forecast. This is what's happening on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, what I'm expecting is now gold to continue to go up to test this previous support that we have seen on the weekly and monthly, to test as a resistance and then to come down. So you can see that this is the last candle of the past week when I was making this weekly Forex forecast. So what did I say? The price is likely to come back to this previous support here to test as resistance and then to reject. Let's see what happened after that. As you can see that the price did exactly as it is. The price went there, tested this previous support as a resistance and then rejected to the downside. Smash the like button now and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done yet to receive the content like this, including the educational content and live streaming. With that being said, let's begin this week's weekly Forex forecast. So the list is, as you can see, all this pair we will be doing one by one. Make sure you be patient and watch all of them so that you don't skip and miss any of the opportunity that is coming in the next week. So with that being said, let's begin this week's weekly Forex forecast. Okay guys and girls, so let's start with USDCAD. As usual, we'll be looking at the bigger picture on the monthly time frame and then we'll jump on to weekly and daily to see how we can find trading opportunity in the upcoming week. Now if you look at the monthly time frame, what do you see? That USDCAD over the long term is in a bullish momentum. If you look at the candlestick pattern, you see that past month there has been a shooting star on this important level of support. As you can see, this is the monthly level of support and we have seen a shooting star has been formed, followed by this month. As soon as the market opened, we have seen a little bit of drop and then aggressively started to move up. So on the monthly, what we can expect now on USDCAD, the price to go and reach this level. This is a very important liquidity zone on the monthly time frame and we can expect slowly the price to go to that level, which can give us a significant trading opportunity on the lower time frame. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we see a nice looking bullish engulfer, textbook bullish engulfer. If you can see that this is the low of the candle has crossed the previous one's low completely and the high of the candle has crossed the previous one's high completely. It's a textbook bullish engulfer in the direction of the trend. As you see that every week the price has created a series of high and low. That means that there is a high probability that the price couple of weekly candle will go up to test this important liquidity zone. So monthly, weekly, we have found a good correlation, a bullish momentum. Now if you look at the daily time frame, where we can see that during this NFP we have seen a strong movement to the upside, has given a strong bullish candle. This is another strongly bullish candle. High probability that this price will continue to rise from here. So where we can buy USDCAD, as you can see that there is an important pattern to look at on the daily time frame on USDCAD. You can see that USDCAD has created an inverted head and shoulder here on the daily time frame. So when you see an inverted head and shoulder, important level of support, what you can expect? The price to come down again to test this previous resistance as a support and then to continue to the upside. So with that being said, USDCAD we can expect to go up from this important level of neckline. So this is the level that we can expect for USDCAD to come down little bit, test this one, or even from this one we could see a rise on USDCAD in the upcoming week. So if you look at the intraday or 4-hour time frame, where we can see that there has been already a green candle has been formed. So in the new trading week, at some point we could see a drop on USDCAD to this level or to this level, and then we could potentially see a bullish price action. As soon as you will see that price action, we will consider going long on USDCAD with our students with a high risk to reward ratio. Now let's look at British pound US dollar, how it is doing. As you know that we see that US dollar looks like getting stronger. So let's begin with again monthly time frame. Now GBPUSD on the monthly, past month we have seen a doji in this very strong level of downtrending market. GBPUSD over the long term creating a series of lower high on the monthly time frame. Now what we see that the past month there is a doji, and as soon as the market opened, we have seen as expected the price crossed this monthly high of this doji, and then from this zone we have seen that GBPUSD started to retreat back. Now as you can see, this is the doji, and I can expect the price to come down further. Let's see how much we can expect the price to fall back to this monthly doji. We can expect the price to come at least to this level of support. That means that still this month we have a possibility for GBPUSD to drop. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen already there is a weekly candlestick pattern form. Now there is a little bit of now contradiction between monthly and weekly, because we see that there is a possibility for the weekly for going up as well. What it is, you see that this is the weekly. Let's draw this trend line on the weekly time frame. We see there is a trend line has been formed on the weekly, and if you draw this one full, then what we see that GBPUSD, let's draw this level, and now we see, if we look at the daily time frame, this is where we can see there is a probability that the price might range in between this support and resistance. We see that there is a important level of support here on the weekly time frame that acted as a support here as well. So what I think that in the new trading week, the price might range in between this zone in this support and resistance on GBPUSD. So looking at the 4 hour, what we see, there is already doji has been formed. Now we have seen a strong breakdown during this NFP followed by this retracement and narrow doji. So what I think that in the new trading week, if the price rise up little bit for further retracement probably to this zone, and then if it creates another bearish price action from this zone, we will consider going short on British pound US dollar, as we are expecting the price to drop from this zone, and that is where the first move will be. As the market structure on the 4 hour time frame, we have seen a head and shoulder has been formed here. So this is a bearish price action, but as we expected that GBPUSD may range in between this zone. So as soon as we will find proper price action pattern, we will consider going short, and as soon as the price will come in this zone, will show any kind of bullish price action, we will consider going long based on the new evolving market structure in the new trading week. So let's look at now EURNZD, how it is doing, starting with the monthly time frame on EURNZD. First of all, we have seen a bearish engulfer past month. It's a strong bearish engulfer, crossed the high, crossed the low, closed below as a strong bearish engulfer, followed by, as soon as this market opened, we have seen monthly low has been crossed, and then we have seen the prices started to go up. Now looking at the, so with that in the monthly, we could see a little more uprise, because as you know that after this bearish engulfer, we can expect a significant retracement to the upside in this monthly price action. Looking at the weekly, on the weekly we have seen this is the last week's candle that has a rejection from the top bottom. Now if we take this movement, we can expect now EURNZD to go up for a deeper retracement. To do that, let's take our Fibonacci from the high to the low. What we see that the price has created this long wick candle where you can see around 50 to 60% Fibonacci level. Let's draw this zone here. Now what we can expect for EURNZD, the price to go up to create a potential head and shoulder in this zone, and then to continue to drop. So with that in mind, this current week we could potentially see that EURNZD is going up for a deeper retracement. Now looking at the daily, we have seen that the price created a fake move to the upside first of all, and then downside, and we see a return back to the upside. Now at this point you can see there is a long wick candle here on the daily time frame, and there is a zone here that we are expecting the price to come to test this Fibonacci level. So what I think that EURNZD in the new trading week will create a little bit of retracement and will go up to test this zone. With that in mind, we will consider watching price action for a potential longing opportunity from this zone to the upside with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at Aussie yen, starting with the monthly time frame. Aussie yen, you can see that Aussie yen over the long term, it's a bullish market. Now we have seen the price came down to this level, and then again we have seen a strong move to the upside. Now let's find out the Fibonacci level for this move. If we take this move on to the upside, take it Fibonacci from the low to the high, we see the price exactly from 38.2% Fibonacci. We have seen a rejection to the upside on the monthly time frame. Now let's see on the weekly how the price action is forming, as the monthly is not giving us a clear direction. Now on the weekly, we have seen there was a strong bearish candle, followed by this week we have seen a bullish candle. So there is a bit battle between sellers and buyers. So what is likely to happen? Always long-term trend will always be winner in the market. So what I think that in the new trading week, Aussie yen will do, you see that there is a long wick candle here. The price probably will go to this level from here and then will come back down. So with that in mind, going to the daily, we have seen there is on the daily time frame, there is a bullish candle has been formed, and we could see a double bottom here, and then the price is trying to push up. At the same time, we have seen there is a double top here as well. So what is likely to happen? What I think that the price after a little retracement slowly will travel to this zone and then will come back down from this zone to the downside. So how we'll be trading? If you go to the 4-hour time frame, we have seen Aussie yen has created a pattern that is kind of bullish pattern. First of all, we see that there is an inverted head and shoulder has been created. Now what we have seen after that, the price went there, this kind of complex market structure. But what I will be doing for the price to come down here again probably, and then creating a bullish price action, something like that, in that case we will consider going long from here. Others will be just watching price action to see how Aussie yen create a new market structure. This is the plan for Aussie yen. Let's look at AUDNZD. Now AUDNZD as well, what we see starting with the monthly, this is the monthly price action. We have seen as soon as the monthly previous month's close, after back to back quite a few months uprise, this month we see the price started to retrace to the downside. But as soon as my price came here, we have seen another bullish momentum started. Now it's a bullish market, still long is considerable. Now looking at the weekly, this is where we have seen that past week there is a bearish candle has been formed. So on the weekly we have seen a bearish candle. In the new trading week, what is likely to happen? I think that the price might test this trend line on the weekly and then might drop again. So looking at the daily, this is where we see that the price has created a pattern that what I see, you see that there is a daily long wick candle. What I think that the price will slowly will travel on AUDNZD probably to this zone, and from here it might start to drop again. So for trading at this point, AUDNZD is long possibility, or even in a sideways movement may happen. So if we see proper price action pattern in this zone for going long on AUDNZD, we'll consider going long to the upside with a high risk to reward ratio early next week. But we need to see how the price action is forming over the week. I will be keeping update during the week in my live analysis and live trading session. Now let's look at monthly USDZAR. Starting with the monthly. Now USDZAR long-term bullish, as you know that this is the past month's candle. After closing, we have seen that USDZAR has created after a little retracement, we see that USDZAR started to push up. Now this is a monthly candle, and this is basically a bullish candle. Why this monthly candle formed in this very important level of support? Why you can see there is a red candle, and this monthly candle formed in this support. After retracement, we see now the price started to pushing to the upside. So on the monthly, we see a bullish move as there is a long wick candle here. Now looking at the weekly, past week we have seen a candle that is in an inside bar in between the previous week's high and low. So what is likely to happen? What I think that USDZAR might remain another one within this zone as the price action has formed that way. Now looking at the daily, so let's draw this weekly high and low for USDZAR. What I think that in the new trading week, USDZAR might range in between zone as there is an inside bar signing of sideways movement. So daily, you have seen there is a bullish engulfer on the daily time frame, so that can give us a hope for bullish move. So what I will be doing on USDZAR, basically I will be waiting for a clear price action for the bullish. As this is a long-term bullish market, buying is always recommended for this market. If you draw this trend line, you can see that the price respecting this trend line on the daily time frame. So with that in mind, if I see that proper retracement to the downside on USDZAR to this zone, and then we'll consider going long according to the rules of our strategy to the upside with a high risk to reward ratio. Now let's look at US oil, how it is doing. Starting with the monthly time frame, we see that US oil on the monthly, this is a long term, it was a bullish market. Now we see that US oil has come back to this very important level of support. This is a level of support on US oil, and back to back 3 months we have seen a drop. Now it is approaching this level of support here. So let's see. This is still the monthly is where only 5 days or 1 week has passed. We have a long way to go. So let's see on the weekly how the price action is forming. Now weekly, this is what exactly I mentioned in my previous weekly Forex forecast. You have seen that the price has created this head and shoulder on the weekly time frame on US oil, followed by this green candle that I have mentioned, and we have seen a strong drop from this zone on US oil. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week? What I think that you see there is a green candle here that can provide us a very important level of support on US oil. Now if we consider the weekly candlestick, we see that the price is this one now act as a resistance for this move, and we could potentially see a drop after testing of this zone in the new trading week. Now, if you look at the daily time frame, we see that the price, high probability the price will go up to test this doji here, and from this zone we could see another drop. So this is the zone that I will be considering for shorting. As soon as the price will be able to reach this zone, we will be considering shorting, as this is a very important level, and this level can act, this has acted as a support here, support here, support here, and also there is a doji here. Then that can be tested as a resistance, and then we can see proper price action. If we see, then we'll consider going short from this zone with a high risk to reward ratio on US oil. Now let's look at USDSGD, starting with monthly. Now monthly USDSGD, we have seen there is a long shooting star in this uptrending market. Why uptrending monthly? You can see every month the price was creating a series of higher low, except this month we have seen the price cross the monthly low, and then the price now starting to go up. So this is a bullish price action, guys and girls. It's a strongly bullish price action. Looking at the weekly, we have seen after the back-to-back 2 weeks drop, this week we have seen a deceleration or a doji on this 20 period moving average. So what I think, let's look at the daily. We have seen a double bottom formation on the daily time frame, followed by a bullish engulfer. So what I will be expecting on USDSGD for the price to test this zone, probably from this zone, to create a bullish move to the upside. After little retracement, we could see a bullish move, and if this is the case, then we will be considering going long according to the price action confirmation, according to the rules of our strategies with our students with a high risk to reward ratio. So let's look at dollar yen now. Let's start with the monthly time frame. Now dollar yen, if you look at the bigger picture on the monthly, we have seen that the price has created this monthly structure. There's a strong bullish move followed by this series of higher high and higher low, and then there is another bullish move. So dollar yen is creating a strong bullish price action, as you can see that, followed by this monthly candle. That is a strong bullish move on the monthly time frame. Now we can see that dollar yen has been bounced from this very strong level of monthly support. As you can see, this is the red doji here that can act as a very strong level of monthly support, and we have seen a strong bounce from this zone in dollar yen. Now at this point, what we can expect the price to go up further, as this is a very strong monthly price action. We could see that the price is reaching this level at least, so we can expect now further move to the upside on dollar yen. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen from this previous resistance here acted as support on the weekly, and then we have seen dollar yen rejected to the upside. This is the weekly price action. Now we can expect the price to go up further and then to retreat back. So looking at the daily, you can see that on the daily time frame, the price already created a bullish engulfer in this level of support. Let's draw this level of support here on the daily time frame. There is a bullish engulfer. So what we can expect in the new trading week, the price retrace a little bit to the upside, and then we can expect the price to go up to test this this is an important level of resistance on the daily time frame. So looking at the 4 hour, so what we will be doing on the dollar yen, we will be waiting for a potential retracement to the upside along this zone. If we find proper retracement and proper bullish price action, then we'll consider on dollar yen for a longing opportunity from this zone with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at euro dollar. Now euro dollar, like GBPUSD, we have seen that especially euro dollar in a sideways movement. You can see that this is a 4 hour time frame. Let's look at bigger picture. First of all, monthly time frame. Now monthly, we have seen after the previous month's close of this candle, this is a kind of bearish candle. You can see there is a long red body followed by this long weak candle. So that's a euro dollar. It's a bearish price action. Now after this kind of price action, we can expect the price to come down a little bit and then to go up, because this long wick means that this is a retracement of this move. So there is a move followed by this retracement. Now we see another move. So monthly, we still not sure, because there is, you can see there is a long doji here on the long bullish candle on the monthly. This is an important level of support here that has not been tested yet properly as resistance. So there is a probability for euro dollar to go up further this month. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen there is a weekly candle. This is a kind of bearish candle. Now this candle is either bullish or bearish, that you will know, but what we see that there is a, on the weekly, there is a higher low has been created and higher high has been created. So what we can expect in the new trading week to probably respect this trend line on the weekly, and then the price to slowly go up to test this previous support here to test as a resistance. So with that in mind, if you look at the daily time frame, we see that the price on the daily, we see there is a support here. Okay, there is a support here. There is a support here. Now, what we see, the euro dollar, quite a few days, it was in a sideways movement, but still it's creating a series of higher lows. So that means that at the same time, it is creating a series of lower high. It's a really narrow range. So until it breaks out from this range, we might not find a suitable trading opportunity. So on euro dollar, only I will be trading if the price break out of this support along this zone and reach to this previous support here as a resistance, and then it creates a bearish price action. Then I will be considering shorting euro dollar from this zone with a high risk to reward ratio, as this is a long-term bearish market. On the other hand, if I see that euro dollar has created a very strong bullish price action and then has given us a retest of this resistance, this long-term consolidation, then only I will be considering going long on euro dollar from this zone. So based on how the price action is forming, we will be deciding our trading plan. But the way the price action is forming, it might slowly go up, creating an upward channel on a sideways movement. So let's look at now DXY. Now DXY on the daily, you can see that the price has created a bullish price action. This is a probability that DXY might go up. Now first of all, let's look at the monthly. This is the monthly price action, which is bullish. Now you can see that the price has created this this is a very strong bullish candle on this level. You can see that, let me draw this level here. You can see the price, there is a long monthly red candle here, doji. On this monthly candle, we have seen a shooting star with a long wick at the top. Now with that shooting star, we have seen the price just created a rejection from this bottom. Now at this point, what we can expect DXY on the monthly to continue to go up, as this is a long-term bullish market. Looking at the weekly, a little bit of contradiction on the price action. You can see that this weekly candle couldn't cross the previous week's high. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week? What I think that the price might test this weekly neckline and then might go up again. Looking at the daily, this is where we see a bullish engulfer has been formed on the daily time frame on DXY, but at the same time we see the price has created a higher low here. So the same way the euro dollar is acting, DXY doing the same thing. We might see little bit of sideways movement, and then we could see that DXY slowly getting weaker or stronger. We need to see in the new trading week how the price action is forming. As you can see that this is a unpredictable price action has been formed on DXY. So let's see how the price action is forming. I will be keeping update on DXY during the new trading week, how it might do. If it breaks out of this level from this resistance, then I will consider going long. Otherwise, if it is moving in a sideways, we'll just watch the price action to see how we can trade. Now let's look at USDCHF. Now USDCHF, we have seen. Let's look at the monthly first of all. Now monthly price action on USDCHF is bullish. Why? You can see that there is a first of all on the monthly strong movement happen, followed by this retracement to this level. This is a very important level of support here. You can see that this is the previous resistance here. It's a very strong level of resistance, acted as a level of support. And from this zone, we can see that the price started to rejecting to the upside. So this is the monthly. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen that the price has created this this move to the downside. It's kind of fake move to the downside on USDCHF, and we see immediately the price retreat back, created this bullish price action on USDCHF. So let's look at the daily. Now daily, we have seen the price create kind of inverted head and shoulder. So what I'm expecting slowly USDCHF to create a bullish price action from this zone, as looks like that it's a bullish, and from this level of support we might see USDCHF going up from this zone to the upside. And if this is the case, we will considering lower time frame price action for bullish opportunity in this instrument with our students with a high risk to reward ratio. Now let's look at Aussie dollar, starting with the first of all monthly. Now Aussie dollar on the monthly, we have seen that after the monthly close, the price has broken this monthly high, this zone, and then the price retreat back. So with that in mind, what we can expect now on Aussie dollar, the price to drop a little further. We might see even a sideways movement like euro dollar on the lower time frame. Now let's look at weekly time frame. Now on the weekly, we have seen a very strong bearish engulfer, but it doesn't mean that the price will melt to the downside. The reason is we have seen the price has created a double bottom here and then broke to the upside. We have seen a test of this neckline of this previous resistance as a support on this weekly, so it could be even an opposite effect. But at the same time, we see the dollar getting a little bit stronger, so the long-term trend is down, so the bias is still to the downside on the weekly as well. Now looking at the daily, we see that the price has created, after this strong drop followed by this retracement, we have seen another strong drop on Aussie dollar. So it's a kind of head and shoulder on the daily time frame. So what we can expect in the new trading week, let's see on the 4-hour time frame. We have seen the price has created like the British pound US dollar, there is a consolidation pattern here, and then has broken to the downside followed by this retracement. So what we can expect in the new trading week, the price to come up to test this previous support here as a resistance, and then as soon as we will find proper price action confirmation from this zone, we will consider going short on Aussie dollar with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Okay, so let's start with NZDCAD. First of all, let's look at the monthly time frame to see the bigger picture. Now on the monthly, what we see that NZDCAD has been rejected from this very low price, and this is the monthly doji previous months. As soon as we see this rejection, we can expect now NZDCAD to go up a little further. As you see that there is a big move happen, we can expect a retracement to the upside to this level, at least previous support testing as a resistance. So this is the support, should test as a resistance and then to drop. So with that in mind, NZDCAD now long-term bullish. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we see that past week there is a doji that has created a higher low. Every week the price was creating a series of higher low, and looks like that the price was creating a bullish price action on this time frame. Now looking at the daily, we see that the price already has created a bullish price action. Every day the price was creating a series of higher low, and there are some long week candles. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week, the price probably to come along this zone, along this daily doji, and creating a bullish price action. As soon as we will find that price action that we are expecting, we'll consider going long on NZDCAD with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at GBPJPY, starting with the monthly time frame as usual. Now GBPJPY on the monthly, it's a long-term bullish market. As you can see that the price has created this bullish candle on the monthly time frame. Now after the previous month's drop, we have seen the price broke this monthly trend line, and then we have seen a retreat back to the upside. So where we can expect now GBPJPY to go on the monthly, to see that, let's look at the weekly as well. Now weekly, we can see the price action is nice looking. We have seen after the previous weeks this bearish candle. This week we have seen a strong drop towards downside now, and then we have seen a rejection to the upside on GBPJPY. Now what we are expecting on the weekly time frame on GBPJPY, the price to go up and probably test this trend line and this around 50% of this long week candle. Now if you draw all this level, what we can expect now, GBPJPY to go up, test, and then return back. Now looking at the daily, we have seen there is already a daily bullish engulfer has been created on GBPJPY. Now with that bullish engulfer, we have seen the price action is a little bit complicated, as there is a previous support here testing as resistance, and at the same time here the price action is bullish. So what is likely to happen, you can see that there is a trend line here on GBPJPY. This is the previous resistance here, previous resistance here, previous resistance here. Now we can expect the price to go up and test this resistance again, and then to a return back. So to do that, we could see a potential bullish move, but this price action is still not clear. You can see it's a sideways movement happening here. Now at the same time, it has created an inverted head and shoulder. So what we are expecting now, GBPJPY to come back to this support here, and then to create a bullish move. As soon as we will see bullish price action from this zone, and it's a long-term bullish market, we'll consider going long on GBPJPY with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at CHFJPY. Now as you see that we may not need a long-term multi-time frame analysis, like we have seen already on GBPJPY, CHFJPY, almost same kind of pattern. You can see the price has created an inverted head and shoulder and then has broken to the upside. Now what we are expecting on CHFJPY, the price to come here to test this previous resistance here, to act this, the same level is acting here as a support. You can see that this is the support zone here, resistance here, to come back again to test as a support and then to create a bullish move. As soon as we will find that kind of price action in this zone, we will consider going long on CHFJPY to the upside with a high risk to reward ratio. Now let's look at gold, how it is doing. Now you can see that gold over the long term, if you look at the monthly time frame, we have seen a strong bounce. This is what exactly I mentioned in all my analysis. It's going according to the analysis all the time. Now let's look at how it is doing. Now this is the monthly candle. This current month we have seen after a little rise, now a little bit of drop, but what we are expecting gold to go a little more further to the upside. Why? Because you can see that after that kind of bounce from this such an important monthly level of support, we can expect gold to go and test this monthly high. It will probably break this and then to come back again. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen there is a long narrow candle has been formed on the weekly time frame. Now we can see that primarily the price being rejected from this weekly level. Now as you see, this is the monthly target, which is still quite a few weeks remaining, but on the weekly we have seen that gold has created a narrow doji. Now this is a falling market. You can see from the level of support we have seen this retracement, and in this retracement we have seen this support tested as a resistance. This is what exactly I mentioned in all my analysis. Now what we can expect on gold to go up, test this zone again, and then to retreat back. Now looking at the daily, we have seen on the daily time frame the price already tested this previous support here as a resistance, and we have seen a rejection. Now what I am thinking that gold might go in a sideways movement for this week. Probably if you look at this weekly doji, probably it might create another doji along this zone. The way the price action form, if you look at the daily, there is a probability for a sideways movement. But if you look at the daily time frame, you see that the price already creating a series of higher low. So what my thought will be on gold, you see there is a long wick on the daily from this zone. We could see that gold is going up. So this is the target that we will be keeping from this range. If that's the case, if you look at the 4 hour, we have seen the price already has created a double bottom here. You can see that, and then has broken to the upside, came back down, tested this neckline of this double bottom, this resistance as support, and creating a narrow doji. So what we will be doing on gold is we will be waiting for a possible bullish price action in this zone. As soon as we will find that, we will consider going long in this narrow range, and we will observe price action for either for shorting for this. We might see even a head and shoulder in this zone, and then a bearish price action. So the first target will be, we'll wait for the price action in this zone for bullish move. As soon as we will find, we'll consider going long on gold with a high risk to reward ratio. As you know that we are expecting dollar to be stronger, that means that gold might even be weaker. So we'll consider price action how it is doing, but so far it is still bullish. We might see narrow range in this zone on gold, and we will be considering trading in this narrow range if we find proper trading opportunity. Now let's look at Euro AUD, how it is doing. Starting with the monthly, we can see that Euro AUD on the monthly time frame, there has been a very strong bearish engulfer has been formed. This is a strong bearish engulfer on the monthly, tested this previous support here. Okay, this is the previous support here, tested as a resistance, and we have seen a very strong bearish engulfer has been formed now, followed by this month. What we have seen, the price already retraced to the upside, but we can expect further retracement as this is a strong bearish engulfer. We can expect a proper retracement to the upside. So with that in mind, monthly we still can expect Euro AUD to go up. Now looking at the weekly, you have seen that like EURNZD, Euro AUD as well created this weekly move, and now we can expect a proper retracement to the upside, probably testing this long doji here in this zone, this previous support of this doji as a resistance, and then we can expect that Euro AUD to continue to drop. Now looking at the daily, we can see already on the daily time frame there is a bullish price action has been created, series of higher low on the daily time frame. Now what we can expect, Euro AUD to continue its bullish move to the upside. So this is a doji on the daily time frame. You can see that has been formed on Euro AUD, and there is a on the daily already a bullish engulfer followed by this doji. Now if you look at the 4-hour time frame, we see the price is creating kind of bullish price action, already has created an inverted head and shoulder in this zone. So what we can expect now, Euro AUD to create this bullish price action from this zone. As soon as we will find that kind of price action for potential longing opportunity, we'll consider going long on Euro AUD with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at the monthly time. Let's look at Euro CHF, how it is doing. Now Euro CHF, you can see that this is a really very historically strong level of support. This is a very strong level of support on Euro CHF. On the monthly time frame, you can see the price started to bounce from here. There's a strong bounce. Now what we can expect, we see the price already started to bounce from this zone, and we can expect Euro CHF to continue to go up. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we see that first of all there is a big move happen to this level of support. You see this is a historically strong level of support, and now we see from the weekly perspective we have seen a bounce. Now with that bounce, let's take our Fibonacci retracement for this move to take a Fibonacci from the high to the low. What we see, the price just retrace up to 38 point. We can expect the price to retrace 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is aligning with the previous support to test as resistance. So Euro CHF now looks like that Euro we can expect to get a little bit of stronger. Now looking at the daily, you see that the price already created on the daily time frame kind of a bullish pattern is being created. This is the last day of trading week. You see there is a doji has been formed which has crossed the previous day's low and crossed the previous day's high, created this daily doji. Now with that daily doji, what we can expect now, Euro CHF to come down and to create this bullish move. So with that in mind, Euro CHF we can expect for further movement. Now going to the 4-hour time frame, what we can expect for Euro CHF, the price to come back to this level of support here. You can see this is the important level of liquidity zone, and from this zone we can expect Euro CHF come and to create a bullish move. We see that this bearish engulfer has been broken, and the price completely broke this double top, created a fake double top, and then it started to go up. So it's a sign of a strong bullish move. Now we can expect Euro CHF to go up to test this 38.2% Fibonacci level on the monthly. So if we find proper trading opportunity from this zone, we'll consider going long on Euro CHF with a high risk to reward ratio. Now let's look at EURJPY, starting with the monthly time frame. We can see that EURJPY on the monthly, there is a bullish move happen. This is a very strong monthly impulse to the upside on EURJPY, followed by this retracement. And in this retracement, we have seen that this monthly candle just tested this previous monthly resistance as a support, and we see as expected a bounce. Now this is a monthly price action. As you can see, long-term bullish. We can expect now EURJPY to go up as euro getting stronger, JPY is weaker. We can expect now a further move. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen the same rejection happen this week from this monthly previous resistance as a support, and then to go up. So with that in mind, what we can expect, this is the weekly neckline here on EURJPY. After retracement, we can expect now EURJPY to go up. Now looking at the daily, we see that on the daily time frame, the price has created a kind of already an inverted head and shoulder. You can see it's a kind of inverted head and shoulder with this doji, and then closed as a bullish candle on this daily time frame. So what we can expect now on EURJPY on the 4-hour time frame, the price to, this is a nice looking bullish candle. You can see there is a long bullish engulfer on EURJPY, followed by another bullish candle, followed by this narrow doji. So what we can expect on the new trading week, even we could see a bullish move straight from here to the upside, or after little retracement to this zone, to this previous support, and then to create a bullish move. So this one is with EURJPY. We will be expecting for a bullish setup to the upside. As you have seen this inverted head and shoulder, we can see clearly. So there is a probability now for a big move to the upside on EURJPY, and we will consider going long with our students with a high risk to reward ratio. So these are the currency pairs. Now let's look at cryptocurrencies. First, let's start with BTCUSD to see how it is doing. Starting with the monthly time frame on BTCUSD, you can see that this is the monthly price action. BTCUSD, this is the long-term previous resistance tested as support on the monthly, and we have seen a narrow monthly candle has been formed. Now what I think that I don't think BTCUSD will continue to go up from here, as the market has crashed to this level of support. We could see a little bit of sideways movement for long term. So with that in mind, we still can expect BTCUSD to drop. Now looking at the weekly, on the weekly we have seen, you can see that there was a back-to-back 2 weeks doji, followed by this week only 1 day remaining. We see the price even didn't move anywhere. Narrow candle has been formed. That means the buyers are very, very weaker in comparison with the seller. We can expect now BTCUSD to have a drop. Now looking at the daily, this is what happened. This is the last day of trading week. We have seen the bulls try to create a series of higher low, but they failed to do. Now it's forming a level of resistance here. Now we can expect on BTCUSD, as soon as the weekly close, if it failed to create a new higher high, after little retracement, we could see another drop on BTCUSD, probably to this level of support again. So if that's the case, if we see proper price action for possible shorting opportunity on BTCUSD, we'll consider go short on BTCUSD with a high risk to reward ratio. Now let's look at Ethereum USD. As you know that BTCUSD, Ethereum USD following each other, the same setup for Ethereum USD. As soon as we will find potential shorting opportunity from this zone to the downside, we'll consider going short on Ethereum USD with a high risk to reward ratio. So these are the two cryptocurrencies. Now let's look at US30 indices, how it is doing. Now starting first of all with the monthly time frame to see the bigger picture. Now US30, we can see that this is the monthly candle has been closed, followed by this month. So far the price didn't move anywhere in a narrow range, but what we are expecting, because long-term bull market, from this zone we have seen a movement happen on the monthly. We can see there is a monthly doji here which has not been touched yet, the doji zone. What I am expecting now, US30 still to go up, probably test this around 50% of this doji and then to retreat back. So on the monthly, US30 is still bullish. Now looking at the weekly, we have seen that there is a bullish move happen, followed by this week we have seen a very, very narrow reaction from the seller, meaning that the bulls are very, very strong in the market, and we can expect US30 to continue to go up. Now looking at the daily, we have seen this is a kind of bullish market, guys and girls. You can see that the price was creating a series of higher low, and look at all the green candles, a strong bullish candle followed by weaker response from the seller. So what we can expect now on US30 to create a bullish price action. You see this is the last day of trading week. a strong bullish pin bar or a doji. So what we will be expecting in the new trading week, what I think that US30 might come for a deeper retracement. Probably will test this level here. You can see this is there is a doji here, has not been tested yet. This previous swing high probably will come down to test this previous support, and then will continue to rise to the upside. So this is where I will be waiting for a potential longing setup on US30. As soon as I will find that, I'll consider going long with a high risk to reward ratio on US30. Now US30, US100, we can see the same kind of price action. If you look at the weekly time frame, we see a weaker response from the buyer, but this one is a bit better than US30. We see that this is the weekly candle, which is kind of bullish candle. So what I think that in the new trading week, US30, US100 could do is probably testing this previous weekly high, and from this zone we could see that US100 is creating a bullish move. So this is the zone that I will be considering going long for US100. As soon as I will find that, we will consider going long with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now these are the currencies, cryptocurrencies and indices that we will be considering trading with in this next week. As soon as I will find any other trading opportunity, definitely I will be updating on YouTube, TradingView, or wherever you are following me. So this is it, guys. If you wanna join my program, learn my strategies, there is a link in the description area. You can visit my website, find out how you can join. Thank you for watching. See you soon.